What's up, party people? I put my hand on the wrong side of the phone. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Um, I do not know how long this show is gonna be. It's probably gonna be pretty short. Um, I've been up since about 4:30 this morning, just like cleaning up and shit. I just been up. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday. We're gonna have a conversation, obviously, about a thing. If the conversation is going well, we'll stay on. If not, I went to sleep early as heck yesterday. Like I went to sleep and I woke up. I spoke to some of my people, and I went back to sleep. I just go to sleep early, like. So I just been waking up early as hell, and I like it. With that being said, I don't have any actual. We're just having an open discussion. I mean, it's Sunday. We gotta have an open discussion. I'm gonna start the show off just by reading the word, and then we move on from there. Psalms 100 line 4. Thank you as you go. Pardon me. Thank him as you go through the gates into his temple. Praise him as you stand in his temple's yards. Thank him and praise him as he deserves. I repeat, thank him as you go through the gates into the temple. Praise him as you stand in his temple yards, and thank him and praise him as he deserves. Psalms 100 line 4. Amen. So I don't have no actual content or nothing that I wanted to speak about specifically. I guess there's a lot of things going on in the world right now, and we can have those conversations if that's something that you guys want to talk about. I had somebody pop up on one of my videos and leave a comment saying that they didn't believe that I was not that they didn't believe, but and now they believe it, that I'm a targeted individual and whatnot. Well, I've been saying that for years. Nobody's been paying any attention to me. And every time I tell people that I'm being targeted, I get told that I'm crazy. And then, so, so, uh, I'm curious if the people that's been calling me crazy are going to stop calling me crazy, or are they going to keep pretending like there's something wrong with me for responding to evil, uh, you know, at times with frustration. With that being said, I don't know where to start, to be honest with you. We got some stuff going on with Boosie. I don't. There's a lot of conversation going on about Boosie and how good of a father he is and or isn't. And this is what I have to say about that. Um, Boosie is a public figure. I remember when Boosie was getting out of jail, if I remember correctly, his daughter was celebrating. She was the same daughter that now he's in the you go back and look up the footage. The daughter was celebrating. She was happy that her father was coming home. And now all of a sudden the daughter has a totally different interaction or response to the father. This just seems to me like this could be outside interference. Like, I don't think Boosie is the best father or the best person. I mean, who I'm not judging him at all. Believe me, I'm not. But I just think that this might be outside. We're gonna do roll call at the 6 minute mark. I think this might be at the 5 minute mark. I think this might be more outside interference more than anything else. Like, I'm gonna explain. So I'm at a impasse. Um, there was a situation that happened at the park recently where I be playing at where I believe they was trying to jump me. I 100% believe they was trying to jump me. It sounded like they got pissed off because there's a gate. And I stepped outside of the gate. And when I stepped outside of the gate, they had this kid that he just, I don't know, these there's something wrong with these people. That person started yelling at me more. And then anyway, just know that they were going to jump me, and it didn't happen. So now I'm at an impasse because I'm thinking about the situation, and I'm like, obviously everybody at the park that day knew that they were going to jump me. Nobody told me. And I'm thinking about like the way people was acting and carrying on before then. So everybody knew that these guys at this park was going to jump me, and then so I'm at a whole different impasse. Also, they don't like me apparently because I want them to pass the ball to me at some point. especially the players that I'm much, much better than when I'm wide open. Just so you can understand what the problem is. So what they've been doing systematically since I've lived here is they make sure that they just freeze me out game after game after game after game and then say nobody don't like me because I complain about getting passes. But they're actively purposely freezing me out on purpose. To the point where when I don't even complain about not getting the ball, they say I'm complaining about not getting the ball. So I say all that to say this. When you tell me that Boosie daughter loved him at one point, was happy for him to come home, and now all of a sudden it's a total 360, that just sounds like there's outside influence. That sounds like there's something else other than what Boosie and his daughter is doing that's creating this problem. That's what that sounds like. That's just my opinion. I mean, I don't think Boosie makes any bones about who he is. I think he's pretty honest with the type of person he is. I think he's pretty honest. So I don't think at any point his daughter should be upset when he exhibits the same behavior to her that he says he's going to do and that he's doing with everyone else, unless there's some type of third party involved manipulating the situation. And like what happens in my life, that I'm pretty sure that I just I just think that might be what Boosie is going through, because that's what I go through. I'm very happy that I think if I wasn't the type of person that I am that preferred to be by myself, I don't think I'd be here with y'all no more. Be honest with you. If I wasn't that way, like introverted and preferred to, I probably wouldn't be here with y'all no more. Just be honest with you, because like this would be much more upsetting than it actually is. Shout out to Smoke King. He says, morning, BBN fan, morning. Is that the same? Oh, no, it's not. I was about to say, is that the picture I used for the image yesterday? Good morning, Smoke King. How you doing? Salute. Is there anything I want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Obviously, nothing that has to deal with me personally. It's a shame that that's the type of shit that I got to say. But if there's anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. I might go outside and walk around today. It depends on how I feel. They had a shout out to the Seagate Police Department. Seagate has their own police force. Shout out to the Seagate Police Department and Seagate Community Board. They were giving away free backpacks and I think a couple of other things for the children yesterday, and I think that's all beneficial. Like even if you could afford to buy your kid a backpack, fam. Let's not act like that's not something you could afford. But it's dope that the community is putting these things and these efforts together, because it's one thing for I think that shows also a kind of camaraderie, with the neighborhood. So I think that was dope. I'm happy that they did that. I think that even if it's situations where people don't 100% need things, still giving them away to somebody for free is a good thing. Remember, I think that they should have food kitchens in neighborhoods that feed you independent of whatever your resources are. And doesn't matter whether you have a lack of funding or you need food or you're starving or you don't have food. Now, independent of that, I think that we should have kitchens where people can just go eat for free. If that happened, two things is going to happen. You're going to have a lot of people getting food, and you're going to have prices on fast food going down like a motherfucker. Fast food prices is going to drop. Restaurant prices is going to drop. Well, not restaurant prices, because Lamborghini doesn't make commercials for a reason. Their demographic isn't watching TV. So probably not restaurants, but fast food prices in general, all that shit will plummet, fam. I promise you. The politicians know what they're doing. Don't ever believe when these politicians talk about things like I'm gonna talk about a democratic talking point for a second. When these politicians is out here talking about feed the needy and we got to do something with the homeless, my dude, they're creating the problem half of the time. They're creating the problem. Don't tell me that you're trying to solve homelessness and you still allow for rent to go up. You know what you should do? You should stop raising property taxes. How about that? If a person owns, and I'm not, If a person owns a building that has a certain number of or a certain number of occupants, how do you say, units, maybe they get a certain maybe their property taxes don't keep going up. So they don't have to keep raising their rent. Because that's the problem, right? Rent, right? So don't tell me about homelessness if you're not trying to solve the rent problem, if you're not trying to solve the jobs problem. Don't tell me about rent. All right, I don't want to hear about it. If you're not trying to solve the cost of living, don't tell me about rent. So I don't want them to talk to me about homelessness unless they're trying to actually do something to solve it. And don't tell me you're putting up tents for people to sleep in. What you're doing for the migrants, but you did not do for the homeless people that we currently already have living here, curiously enough. Just pay attention, man. They be capping. People are so busy. We so busy cater to the lowest common denominator, and we've been doing that for too long. All that shit started when everybody get a trophy. We cater to the lowest common denominator. We only go as fast as the slowest person in the room. That's not as fair as it sounds. That means that we are always limiting the progress of the most advanced individuals in the room. Literally. Shout out to Smoking. He says, what's up with Biden telling the reporting that she wouldn't get pulled over because she would be a Caucasian? Look, I'm going to say this much, and this is the part that I try to explain. And I posted it on Instagram. Shout out to Smoking. I posted it on Instagram. Let me see if I got it on my other phone real quick. And basically what happened is, while having a conversation, one of the things that Biden said when he was asked by, and the thing that kills me is obviously the Democrats set this up. This was a question that the Democrats asked him on purpose so he could give a specific answer. And this specific answer that he was going to give was going to be, here we go.
Watch. If I were your daughter, what advice would you give me the next time I am stopped by the police? If you're my daughter, you'd be a Caucasian girl and you wouldn't be pulled over. Oh my God.
Okay, so I got a couple of problems with that. Besides the race issue problem, the first thing I want to say is you're the president of the United States. You're the commander-in-chief. You are in control of the security of the nation. Why the hell are you throwing your police under the bus? I'm going to say this again. And this is what I mean by when people say, but he's only saying something that's true. There's this thing called being politically correct. And then there's this other thing, right? It's not about being politically correct. You want to know what it's about? It's about being diplomatic. The problem is people want people to be politically correct in situations in which way they should be diplomatic. That's an issue. Instead of you being diplomatic, they want you to be politically correct. Now, I'm going to explain something, and I can't say this enough. The president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. He's the last word when it comes to the defense of our nation. He cannot be throwing the police under the bus. I didn't like when the Democrats said that Donald Trump had to speak out negatively and condemn police officers when they did things that they weren't supposed to do. Because at the end of the day, that police officer, even when they did something that they're not supposed to do, he's their boss. Even if he knows that the dude 100% did something that he's not supposed to do, there's still a certain bit of diplomacy that he's supposed to have when he's speaking about this to the public, because he cannot allow for the public to lose faith in the police. I know there's people that don't get that. I know there's people that saying, no, but you're supposed to tell everybody exactly how it is. But then you don't understand mass hysteria. So you wouldn't even understand the concept of we don't want everybody going ballistic over something. We're going to try to solve the problem, though, is what people do want to hear. So he doesn't have to say, my daughter wouldn't get pulled over. I don't want to get to the race thing yet. So he can't throw the police in general terms under the bus. What he could have said was, well, there's a lower chance. Because just like we have good politicians and bad politicians, just like we have good presidents and bad presidents, we have good police and bad police. But we are not going to give up on our police officers that are out there doing the job the way that it's supposed to be done. They're risking their lives on a regular, everyday basis. They're going into firefights, with saving people from cars. When we got the firemen out there, the firefighters out there, and they're doing an excellent job. But what happens when that building is on fire and only the police are there? That's who's running in the building. So there's ways to say that the chances of one person being pulled over than another person is different, but you cannot throw the police under the bus. That's one. Period. He was wrong for that. That's the main point I'm trying to talk about, because I don't even want to get it. I don't really care about the racist part as much, because I assume everybody knows that there's a better chance than not Biden is a racist. I didn't think that was something that we ever had to talk about ever again. Before black people decided to help and get him elected, he literally told y'all he was y'all massa. He said, if you don't vote for him, you're not black. He literally told you, I'm your massa. I don't know how anybody else took that. That's how I took that. I own you. And that's why you should be voting for me. Not I'm good at this job. I've done things in my career. You can't talk about the things he's done, because the majority of the things he's done has probably hurt black people, not helped them. So you really can't talk about the things he's done. So the second point is this. The President of the United States cannot openly say a comment that reflects that white people are allowed to commit crimes. His statement that she was Caucasian, so it won't get pulled over, actually has way more meaning. Because you're basically saying that, we're assuming both of these people are speeding or committing a traffic infraction, right? Both the Caucasian person and the black person committing traffic infraction. So you're telling me that basically white people have different laws than black people, and that's not how you're supposed to say that. This is the President of the United States. He doesn't have the swag of Obama. He doesn't have the swag of Trump. This dude has no charisma, by the way. Zero charisma. What up, G-Force? Zero charisma. If y'all understood how much bullshit Obama was telling people that they were clapping for, Obama was saying so much bullshit, and people's just clapping. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to him, and I'm like, do they know what he's saying? And I'm just like, well, you know what? Fuck it. Clinton did the same thing. Clinton did this. Okay. In my lifetime, we've had 3 Democratic presidents. We've had Clinton, we've had Obama, we have Biden. Let's say we say Obama did the best, right? Out of all 3 of them, let's say that, right? You do know that the economy drastically improved after Trump became president, and still was improving until Biden made all of the changes. Now, some of that had to do with Obama. Don't get this confused. I got a thing to say about Obama, too. I'm going to say it in this cut. Don't get that confused. Some of that had to deal with Obama. But a lot of that had to deal with the... Okay, I'm going to have to say another thing first. I'll say it after. So a lot of that had to deal with Obama. Some of that had to deal with Obama. Don't get it confused. I'm going to explain to you why everything didn't have to deal with Obama. Some of that had to deal with Obama. But a lot of that had to deal with the economy got better. The market had confidence in Trump. The market had confidence that Trump wasn't going to do shit that was going to mess up their projections. Trump was making it easier for big business to do business, and money was literally trickling down. You know how the Republicans are always trying to say they're trying to do the trickle-down economy, and we don't never believe them? It literally worked under Trump. Did Trump give some money away? Yeah, he did. He gave a lot of money away. But the money he gave away wouldn't have put the punch into our economy like our economy got if it was only the money alone. You want to know something else the trickle-down effect caused? It caused for prices to drop. Why do you think prices are like at an all-time high right now for almost everything? These are the things that y'all just ignored when Trump was president because y'all was told to hate him. Now, I want to say something about Obama real quick. First thing is this. There was a banking crash. When was the banking crash? When did the banks get bailed out? Which president bailed the banks out? They were too big to fail. You know, the housing market. Forget about the banking fail real quick so y'all can know where a whole bunch of money disappeared to. That's the point I was making. Obama's the one that signed into effect that they could have GMOs, food could have GMOs. And I also think that he was the one that greenlit the lab factory meat being a thing now. So, you know, a lot of this fast food that we eat isn't even coming from cows and shit like that. They're literally just making it in the laboratory and feeding it to us, and they don't have to tell us about it no more because of Obama. Do y'all remember a couple of years ago, they started getting into the big thing that you don't have to wash your meat. You could just buy the meat from the store and you could just cook it. You don't never got to wash it. Remember that? Anybody, and y'all see that on, listen to what I got to say about this. And y'all be seeing that on Instagram every now and then. You got the people that's like, you don't got to wash the meat. That's all a fallacy. You know why they don't want you to wash the meat? Because it's not real meat, fam. People are washing the meat that they getting for fucking, what's that store? Walmart or so wherever they getting it from. They washing the meat and the meat falling apart right off of the bone, fam, because it's not real meat. Why do you think they trying to convince y'all to not wash it? They had a whole campaign out about how you shouldn't wash your meat because you're going to spread bacteria in your kitchen. And black people like, fuck that. We don't care. We washing our meat anyway. Tell me where the lie's at. Literally, washing your meat should be like when you're seasoning it. So I don't understand that, not washing your meat personally, but yeah. So just think about those things when we consider how great our Democratic presidents were. We were only 3. When Clinton was the president, we got the crime bill. When Obama was the president, we got fake meat and we got the fucking housing market bailed out with all of the money, with money that should have been given to the people. And now And now Biden is president. And what's happening? Y'all still trying to get all of these Democrats voted into office, ain't you? Still trying to get all of these Democrats voted into office? I'm just asking. What up, Android? He says Biden is the worst president in the 21st century behind Bush. No, I think Biden's the worst president. No, I think Jimmy Carter was worse than Biden. Or nah, Biden might be worse than Jimmy Carter. But I think Jimmy Carter's worse than Trump. Than Bush, pardon me. I think Jimmy Biden is worse. I'm Jimmy Biden. Jimmy Carter's worse than Bush. Bush knew when to step to the side and allow other people to take the forefront. Remember, Bush was smart. He let a lot of other people take the forefront. So if this shit went sideways, he wasn't to blame. The shit, obviously, the towers. G-Force says, facts. Trump was making America great, like he said. They literally punished Trump for helping black people, is what I witnessed. Trump didn't just help black people. Trump basically took the shades off. Remember that movie, They Live? And so Roddy Piper, rest in peace to Roddy Piper. He's in the movie and he puts the shades on. I really like glasses. I need some glasses. I really need some glasses too, though. So he puts the shades on, and when he puts the shades on, he can see the aliens and shit like that. So that's kind of what Trump did. Trump put the glasses on for us. You know, he's like, I might be one of these rap bastards that also, but I'm not them. Like, I might be one of the bad guys, but those guys are worse than me. And that's basically what Trump's position is. I might not be the best guy in the world, but those guys are worse than me, fam. While those guys are running around saying, we the best guys in the world. Ain't nothing wrong with us. Trump's the devils. They Live, classic movie. That's a fact. Shout out to AP. Y'all gonna start commenting, and somebody is gonna come in here and get themselves kicked, and then try to convince y'all to stop commenting. I'm pretty sure that that's about to happen any minute now. So as far as Biden making a comment about his daughter wasn't pulled over because she's Caucasian, you the president of the United States, you can't make that comment. You can't throw your police force under the bus, man. You just can't do that. He's just the police is just an easy target. That's all. He's a sucker for that. You always a sucker when you go after an easy target, man. You always, 100% of the time. You see somebody's an easy target, you a sucker. You see somebody don't want problems. That's why you a sucker if you're trying to fight somebody that don't want to fight. We all know that. Like, only a sucker try to fight somebody that don't want to fight. Only a sucker. Imagine somebody walking around minding their business and you not liking them, so you trying to fight them and consider them a sucker because they don't want to fight you for your reason, because they don't got a reason to fight you. So you got to understand how mental illness works. Mental illness say, I got a problem with you, so I'm going to come, and you existing means that you're doing harm to me. So I'm going to come and just try to get into a fight with you because I don't like you. Not, I don't like that guy. I'm going to go about over there and mind my business and stay the fuck away from him. But I don't like him, so I want to get into a fight with him. That's mental illness, man. Y'all taught that from school. You're taught that. I'm not saying you're taught it in school. I'm saying that shit that we learn when we're in school. No, I don't like that guy. Let's do a thing to him. What the fuck? It can't be 6 o'clock. I gotta get this phone online. 9:30. Is there anything y'all want to talk about? Yes or no? Like I told you, I wasn't really I don't know how long this show is gonna go. Maybe it go a little bit longer. Maybe I keep it short. Maybe I end it in a couple of minutes. Is there anything y'all guys want to talk about? And once again, shout out to the Seagate Police Department and the Seagate Community Board. Shout out to Robin specifically. She's Absolutely incredible. I forgot the captain's name, but shout out to that guy. Had a real long talk with him. Got a good sense of humor. Got a pretty good sense of humor. I like when people laugh for me. I like when people get my jokes. Like if you're a person and I tell jokes and you don't get them, I'm not gonna tell you jokes because I'm gonna assume I'm offending you and I don't want to upset you. But I like when people get my jokes and shit. Obviously, everybody does and shit. It's a good sense of humor. Good sense of humor. I gotta go get something to eat. Uh, I don't know. I don't have a store I eat from over here because those guys go into the store and try to get everybody to hate me. So I don't eat any. Like I don't got no stores I go eat breakfast sandwiches from. Yo, y'all said McDonald's still got that sandwich, right? Y'all want to walk to McDonald's? That's like a mile. That's like a mile and a half. Y'all want to walk to McDonald's? Put it in the chat. McDonald's still got that bagel sandwich I said, right? How much is that bitch though? I mean, because if it's like more than $6, I don't think I want to get it. How much is that bitch? They probably charging like $10 for that, right? Breakfast sandwich shouldn't cost more than like $6. $5, $6. That's it. I remember we used to get bacon, egg, and cheeses for $2.50, fam. You go get a bacon, egg, and cheese. You get that. You go into work. I used to work on the truck. You go get the bacon, egg, and cheese from over there on Gun Hill Road next to the 5 train. I said another fact, but you forgot what I said. How do you hell you know it's a fact if you forgot what I said? I appreciate you though. I used to get the bacon, egg, and cheese. There's these two stores at Gun Hill Road next to the 5 train. And I used to get my bacon, egg, and cheese from there with an orange juice. And I'm allergic to orange juice, by the way. And apparently I'm allergic to eggs, so I probably shouldn't have been eating that in the morning. But I used to get a bacon, egg, and cheese, beef bacon, egg, and cheese with ketchup on it, orange juice. We go pick the truck up. We go on our day. I used to work with this one dude named Chuck, love the guy. And he used to never want to stop to eat. He used to piss me off. So we used to always get into arguments because he don't want to stop and eat. And I'm like, I'm not gonna work if I can't eat. I'm not gonna work. So they used to not stop. So I used to not work. I'm not working. If I don't eat, I'm not working, fam. You're not gonna tell me that we gonna work from the morning. We got breakfast. Now it's 7 o'clock at night and we ain't stopped to get nothing to eat. I'm not working. I don't give a fuck. Granted, also, Chuck was never gonna. It wasn't a situation like we was gonna fight. He's like a brother. Chuck's like 6'5". He used to play basketball actually, and used to play high school basketball with Rod Strickland. Yeah, he used to play high school basketball with Rod Strickland. Dude gave me a tip that he got from Strickland, and that literally made my game better. Now I'm so pissed off because I can't use it because I play on fucking moon-shaped backboards instead of the big square backboards. The big square backboards, I can use the tip. I can use the advice. I knew a dude that played high school basketball with Rod Strickland. I tried to tell y'all. I've been everywhere, fam. Gave me a great tip. I use it all the time. I just can't use it at this park. Like, I don't do half of my moves at this park. I only do a couple of moves and shit. Anyway, y'all want to walk? I don't know. I want to walk to get something to eat. I don't know. It is up to y'all guys. It's up to y'all guys if y'all want to walk and get something to eat. I don't know. I was going to wait until Popeyes open up and go get a sandwich because I want to tell them to do something to the sandwich specifically. So I was going to wait for Popeyes to open up. That's like 10:30 or some shit. 11. Why is that not charging though? Hold on. What Thinking about walking. I'm so happy that when I be seeing politicians now, they be remembering who I am. Like they, even if they don't remember my name, like they know they met me. That's lit. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's lit. Like even if they don't remember my name, they remember they met me though. That's dope. Y'all want to go for a walk? I don't know. There's only one person in here that want to go for a walk. We got 66 people with 10 likes. I tell you what, we get up to 20, 25 likes or something like that. We go for a walk. We got 10 likes. Man. Y'all don't really want to go for a walk. So we got 55 people in here because we got 11 likes now. We got 55 people in here that just don't really care for the show. Y'all just, I don't even know what, I don't get it. I appreciate your view, by the way, and your watch minutes. I appreciate the view. I appreciate the view. Which one was you? What was you? That was you for what? What was that? What was that was you for? Oh, the last like. Yeah, a couple of them rolled in. Thank you. You was one of them. Appreciate you. Salute. Shit's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I be walking outside, I just be like, I told y'all people be yelling at me for no reason. They just be yelling at me, fam. You think I'm lying? I told y'all. And just be outside, people be all the way across the street. They just be yelling hate at me. I don't even be knowing them. I be like, what the fuck? Never met them a day in my life. Somebody just told them that they had to hate me and they said, okay, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. Never met them a day in my life. Somebody just told them they had to hate me, and that's it. What y'all want to talk about? Give me a good topic. I don't want to walk outside without a good topic. If you need a topic, what you think could be done in New York City to better the community and police relations? I think a lot could be done on both sides. Like we need to have a PAL. We need to bring back PALs. Period. Period. And they need to be brought back in mass. And every police precinct should have a probably not every precinct, but we should have more PALs. We need more opportunities for police officers to see, and you don't need this for every police officer, obviously, but we need more opportunities for police officers to see the public as, people and not always as criminals. Like even now, like I'm going to talk about it from a personal standpoint because this is the best way that I could reflect on what I'm trying to express. So, and I know I'm going to be talking about myself. So I personally am in a situation where people are just randomly just mean to me for no reason. Just no reason. I haven't actually done anything. People think I'm a crackhead. People think I'm just use drugs, like random, like people just think all types of different things about me that's not true. Just no way could be true. Right? So how can I have a good relationship with the community? And it has nothing to do with anything I'm doing because I'm not doing any of those things. But how can I possibly have a good relationship with the community if the community think I'm somebody I'm not? You understand? It's not possible. Why do you think I refuse to get into a physical confrontation with anybody? As soon as I do, the first thing that they're going to say, oh, God forbid I win. If I get in a physical confrontation with anybody, I gotta lose. God forbid I win. I gotta lose and take the humiliation, because if I'm win, then they're gonna say I'm a bad person. And they're gonna convince more people to hate me. So God forbid I win. So yes, the police, because the people don't know who these police officers are. All they know is how, the police officers other than them are. We don't know if these are good people. We don't know if these are good people. We don't know if these are good people. Not at all. We don't have the slightest idea. Tell you a funny story. You know the police officers that the situation happened with the old lady in the library? They basically, I'm not going to say they apologized, because I'm not going to say it like that. But they took into consideration that that was a situation where I was not wrong. And that, literally, I'm going to say it like that because I'm not trying to blow them up. Those guys are pretty decent. But they understood that I was not wrong in that situation with that old lady in the library. I believe that the story about that has actually gotten around amongst the police officers where I live currently. If you notice, when we walk through the street with the live, sometimes, often, if I'm walking past them, they say, "What's up?" So that's just a perfect example of, yes, the police, we need to have better relations with them. That's another thing. Why, when you open up, if you open up the places for people to be able to go eat free food, that could be the PAL center. We need PALs, police athletic leagues. If I have the ability, I want to create one here in Seagate. But I can't do shit over here because that fucking dickhead, fucking Justin, convinces all the fucking stupid ass young kids around here to do all the things to make it so that I can't bring them anything. So Justin runs around and convinces all of these young kids, all of the teenage kids, all of the young kids to be an asshole. Y'all heard the freaking police, y'all heard the captain talking to me about it yesterday. Talking about how this is something that we would love to get going. He was on the live talking about it, fam. I care about it less than other people do. Just so we could be clear. I care about it less than other people do. So Justin is hurting other people way more than he's hurting me. I'm a be alright. But there's other people who are not having access to shit that they might want and need. There's programs that could have been opened up by now. There's things that we could have done, but it's popular to hate Jack. So yeah, we need better police community relations. We got to get some PALs open, and the PAL should feed people. Period. I would love to start some kind of Seagate Police Athletic League over here for the people in the surrounding area. Maybe people also outside of Seagate that live in the surrounding area for the kids and stuff like that. We would love to start something like that. And I know for a fact that the Seagate Police Department would love to be involved in some type of acute community affairs like that. And I know for a fact that the community board here in Seagate will also love to do something like that for a fact. Ask me how I know. Go ahead, ask me how I know. If somebody asks me, I'll tell you. If not, I'm going to keep it to myself. One bad apple could spoil you the bunch. If I was parents, I'd be trying to get that nigga kicked out. I ain't gonna even lie. Like if I was people that lived here, that had kids here, I'd be complaining about that motherfucker. Wait, hold on. So my kids is assholes and they acting like assholes because they getting direction from this grown ass man that's encouraging children to run around and stalk another nigga, turning your kids into psychopaths. I'm gonna let them too because it's not my business. So I'm gonna stay away from all the kids in the community. Y'all can keep y'all. They want y'all. They can have y'all. I'm not even gonna fight for it. I'm gonna let y'all have them. I'm gonna go do something that's less stressful. Don't gotta tell me twice, man. They all knew that them kids was gonna jump me. Everybody was standing there to watch. Nobody wasn't even gonna tell me. Don't gotta tell me twice. And I don't want to hear they wasn't gonna jump me because what the fuck you think was gonna happen if I start winning? And if they wasn't gonna jump me, why did they all come to the park in dirty ass fucking sweats and dirty t-shirts? Like they didn't want to wear anything. They wanted to make sure they wore something that they could throw away because they didn't know how much blood or something like that was gonna get on them. Like, come on, fam. Anyway, anything y'all want to talk about? If not, it seems like just the people that hate me are in here for the most part. So let me know what y'all want to talk about. If not, I think I'm gonna go do something else. So there's no reason for me to stay in here and talk. I don't want to talk to them. Give y'all a minute. We done? No topics? Nothing nobody want to discuss? Nothing y'all want to... I don't have nothing to talk about, fam. Nothing y'all want to talk about? Nothing y'all want to discuss? We good? We good? All right. Everybody enjoy your day. Go do something out there worth doing. Stamp God's name on it. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bromans. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you, and that's all I got on this one. I'm out.